it's not Greg. We decided to mix it up a bit and have a woman as our first guest. And today I have Melissa Aldrige. And Melissa lives in South Park.
I do.
And Melissa grew up in Dayton.
I did.
And you went to high school where?
At Belmont High School. I am a Dayton Public grad.
Dayton Public Schools grad. And you're gainfully employed?
I am gainfully employed. Imagine that.
And you don't have a criminal record?
No, not yet.
And you have a degree from
Wright State.
So, born, raised,
educated,
and then she chose to live in South Park.
I did. It's a great place.
It's a great place, but you didn't grow up in South Park.
No, I actually grew up in Twin Towers neighborhood, just across the Wayne Avenue, and
so up the street a bit.
Yeah.
And what made you buy a house in South Park? You could have bought a house anywhere in the city, right?
I honestly thought it was a good investment.
A good investment.
Mm-hmm.
And your degree is in?
Business economics.
So she's a professional and she thought it was a good investment. So, what was a good investment about it?
Well, for starters, if you want to look at the hard business facts of it, I feel like I'm going to get my money out someday. I think that all the hard work that I put into my house is going to be worth something at some point. And in the meantime, I get to love the house I have.
And you got quite a lot of house for your money, don't you?
Yes, I do. A lot of house.
A lot of house. It's not like one of those little econo boxes that was built in the 50s that populate the desirable suburbs, so to speak.
I guess if I had taken my money somewhere else, I'd be living in a lot less square footage.
Yeah, and I don't think you'd ever find a garage like yours either.
No, I have a pretty sweet carriage house.
It's a carriage house. It's not a garage. In South Park, we have carriage houses, and hers is for real. It's brick. It's 2-story. It has an engine hoist, doesn't it?
No, not an engine hoist.
Or
but some sort of a hoist.
Some sort of a hoist. See, she's a girl, and she's got a hoist in her garage.
It might have been meant for hay. It might have been meant for something else. I'm not sure.
You also live pretty close to some famous neighbors.
I guess.
You guess?
She's out a lot, so I don't know.
So you don't see her too much.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about South Park's resident rock star, Miss Kelly Deal. So, have you got your albums autographed?
I don't have my albums autographed, but I have spent some decent time chit-chatting with her. She's a pretty cool person.
Yeah, she's a Dayton native too. But I don't think she went to Dayton Public Schools. I think she went to Wayne.
Didn't know that.
Could be wrong, but I think it was. So, you work downtown?
I do. I love the commute.
Do you actually walk?
I have these grand plans of getting up that early.
Haven't done it yet.
Haven't done it yet.
I had a tenant who, when he moved in, he worked downtown at Courthouse Square, and he felt, he was all right. But he started walking. He said, I never had to go to the gym again. He lost like 30 pounds and felt great, and just walked to work every day. My walk isn't long enough, but you'd be going downtown and be a pretty simple commute.
Pretty simple. I have less effort trying to find a place to park.
See, the parking is harder than the walking. And sometimes by the time you're done parking, you do just as much walking.
Probably so.
So, what are the things about South Park that you find make it special?
Oh, definitely the people. That's no contest. I don't think
you didn't know about the people before when you bought the house, though, right?
Well, I lived downtown before I bought my house, and I kind of got a sense that the people that were downtown were for real. They were down here because they meant to be down here. And so I just wanted to stay with that, and I found that South Park was just a place where everyone was really well accepted, and I wanted to be there.
So you've lived down in your house now how long?
Oh, almost 2 years now.
So you've experienced some neighborhood events. Can you talk about some of the things that have happened and what you've taken part in? And
really cool stuff. Let me think. We just had our home tour.
Yeah.
That was fun. I got to be in the popular house at the Kennedys.
The popular house. That was the one that burned.
And then before that we had the Jazz Festival.
And that's a big event.
We had the windstorm where.
Did you have power?
I didn't for 10 days.
Me neither. It was horrible.
We drank because the power was off, and then we drank because the power was on. But I wouldn't have rather been without power with anyone else than the people here. So
I was sort of lucky because my office still had power and my house didn't, so I was able to run an extension cord across the street and not only keep my refrigerator going, but my neighbors. So we had that going for us.
Yeah, that wasn't an uncommon thing for everybody just to pull together and help.
Yeah, people got along pretty well in this neighborhood during that, and we're helping each other out. So that was different. You've lived here for 2 years. You've seen people come and go, and you've heard about all the things that are happening where people are leaving town. Do you still have faith in the city of Dayton?
I still have faith in the city of Dayton. But more than that, I have faith kind of in our region, in our place in the country, and overall just in the direction we're headed. I mean, and sometimes you have to kind of think that you can't go anywhere but up.
The bar is low, so it's only one.
But I think we have good people that are willing to get involved and be hardworking. So.
You think Dayton Public Schools are getting better?
I don't know. I've kind of been a little removed from that. I hope in the future I get an opportunity to participate again in a positive way. But I think as the city of Dayton gets to realize some of its other assets, the schools will come along with that.
You obviously, since you're gainfully employed and you have a degree from Wright State and you graduated from, it is possible to get an education in the Dayton Public Schools.
Yeah, I think the education is there. It's you have to want it, just like anywhere else. I think other places maybe it's a little more apparent that there are great teachers and great mentors, but I think the negative reputation that Dayton Public gets doesn't let you often see that there are great people that work there and care about the kids, and there's great programs associated with a public school like that.
I happen to be friends with more than one or two principals in Dayton Public Schools, and I've been amazed at what I've seen, and I've stopped in and checked some things out, and there's a lot of good. There's still stuff to work on, but I think Melissa here shows that, yes, normal people do graduate from Dayton Public Schools, and yes, they go on to do great things, and yes, they can choose to live here and make a home of it. And South Park happens to be where we landed a good one. So with that, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.